Welcome to the review for Wednesday, March 31st, 2010. This is the currency meter which reviews the individual currency strength for 8 major currencies which I look at. As you can see from this chart, this light blue was the highest, while as this yellow was the lowest. The light blue is the CHF and the yellow is uh, the Japanese yen. The US dollar was bang in the middle. It was stronger than the Japanese yen and the Australian dollar. It was weaker than the European currencies, that's the euro, the CHF, as well as the sterling, and was also weaker against the Canadian dollar. A few things to bear in mind is that we had the US dollar weakness, which started at about 2 a.m. EST, and it was a one-way street after that. At 5 a.m. EST, 5:10, there was something out which caused the Swissy to gain considerable amount of strength and continue that way for the rest of the day. And at 11 o'clock or 11:50, the sterling was looking to turn around and was looking to go south. However, it then made a U-turn and it continued its march upwards. At 8:15, we had the ADP numbers, which were very disappointing. And let's see how the market reacted to the ADP numbers, which were disappointing. Normally, we see the US dollar lose strength against the Japanese yen and gain strength against the euro as well as all the other currencies on the basis of flight to safety. But let's see whether that was the case in yesterday's trade. Uh, this is very well expected. The US dollar, Japanese yen lost strength. So US dollar weakness, which is fine. However, against the Euro USD also, we had a one-way US dollar weakness. So uh, the Euro USD went up on bad USA news, as well as the Aussie USD went up on bad USA news. This is basically telling us that on bad USA news, the market is no longer playing the cards of flight towards safety. It is actually dumping the US dollar. So this should help us trade news in the direction of US dollar strength in case we have good USA news, while as in the direction of US dollar weakness if we have bad USA news. On the GBP JPY, we have a potential daily Gartley channel being formed right now. We are in a longer term downtrend, uh, as indicated by the separation of the 55 SMA and the 100 SMA, and the downward sloping curve uh, of the moving averages. In this downtrend, we have a Gartley being formed, and I expect market to reverse from this particular area. This is the Euro USD 60-minute chart, and you can see out here that we're forming an evening star on the 60-minute chart with a potential double top at a fib extension level. This is the Euro USD 240-minute chart. That's a 4-hour chart. You see that the Euro USD has come up into an overbought condition in a downtrend, and the stochastics has turned downwards. There is negative divergence when it comes to stochastics and price. Uh, Price heading up, while as the stochastics does not agreeing with it and heading down. We also have an evening star being formed on the Dow Jones Industrial Average, wherein we have a doji out here, an up candle followed by a down candle. We also have a gravestone doji, which could mean an end of an uptrend. This is the Dow Jones Industrial Average 5-minute chart, and this is the corresponding Euro USD 5-minute chart. If you look at the daily chart of the Euro USD and the Dow Jones Industrial Average, uh, there used to be a very high degree of correlation, which has now ended. However, when you look inside and the intraday highs and intraday lows, you'd see that there is yet a very high degree of correlation. Let us examine this. At about 10 a.m., the Dow Jones Industrial Average, it bottomed out and it tried to move higher. Similar with the Euro USD, it tried to move higher. At about 10:40, this move higher was capped, similarly on the Euro USD, and it started moving down. Subsequently, it moved itself way back up, and again almost at the same time, which was at 12:45, the Dow Jones made its high for the day and started moving downwards, and so did Euro USD. And the Euro USD from its highs of the day uh, came down significantly. So did the Dow Jones Industrial Average from the highs of the day. It came down and closed significantly lower.